Stay here tonight, a prayer for when your thoughts refuse to rest. Stay here tonight. You don't need to figure anything out. You don't need to solve what today couldn't fix. If your body is tired but your thoughts refuse to rest, this moment is not random. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're not behind. You're not failing at faith. Tonight isn't about answers. It's about presence. So don't rush away. Don't scroll past this. Just stay here tonight and let God meet you right where your thoughts won't slow down. When the room is quiet but your thoughts are loud. The room is finally quiet. The lights are low. The day has ended. And yet your thoughts are louder than ever. You did everything you were supposed to do today. You showed up. You handled what needed to be handled. You held yourself together longer than anyone knows. But now that nothing is demanding your attention, your mind refuses to rest. Thoughts begin to surface one by one. Not because something is wrong with you, but because this is the first moment all day you stopped holding everything back. You replay conversations you thought were finished. You question decisions that already happened. You feel the weight of tomorrow before it even arrives. And in this quiet room, it can feel like you are the only one awake in the world. But you're not. This kind of night doesn't mean you failed today. It doesn't mean your faith is weak. It doesn't mean you're falling behind. It means your heart has been carrying more than your body could express. Night has a way of revealing what daylight keeps hidden. During the day there's movement, noise, purpose, distraction. But at night there is space. And in that space, everything you postponed begins to speak. Worries don't knock politely. They arrive all at once. Questions don't wait for permission. They sit beside you. And sometimes the hardest part of the night is not the thoughts themselves, but the feeling that you should be able to control them. You tell yourself to calm down, to stop thinking, to let it go. But the more you try to force peace, the further it seems to move away. If that's where you are right now, let me tell you something important. You are not meant to conquer the night alone. This moment is not asking you to be strong. It's asking you to be honest. God is not waiting for you to quiet your mind before He comes near. He is already here in the middle of the noise. You don't need to organize your thoughts for Him. You don't need to present them in order. You don't need to explain why you feel this way. He understands the language of restless hearts. So tonight, instead of fighting your thoughts, just notice them. Notice how they rise and fall. Notice how some feel heavy and others feel unfinished. You don't have to solve any of them right now. This night is not a courtroom. You are not on trial. You are not required to defend your life decisions. This night is a place to rest. And rest does not begin when the mind goes silent. It begins when the soul stops running. If your thoughts are loud tonight, that does not disqualify you from peace. It simply means you have reached the place where God can meet you gently, without interruption. Stay here for a moment longer. You don't need to move forward yet. You don't need to figure out what comes next. Just stay here. You are not behind. You are not alone. And this night is not against you. You're not broken because you can't rest. And there is a quiet pressure that comes at night, a pressure that whispers, you should be calmer by now. You should have more peace than this. You've prayed enough. Why are you still restless? And without realizing it, your mind turns inward, not just questioning your thoughts, but questioning yourself. You begin to wonder if something is wrong with you. But listen carefully tonight. You are not broken because you can't rest. You are not weak because your thoughts linger. You are not failing because sleep feels far away. Long before you felt this way, Scripture already spoke into nights like this. The Lord knoweth our frame, He remembereth that we are dust. Psalm 103:14, KJV. God does not look at your restlessness with disappointment. He looks at it with understanding. He knows how you're made. He knows how much you've carried. He knows how thin the line can feel between holding it together and falling apart. Restlessness is not rebellion. It is often the sign of a heart that has been responsible for too long. Some people fall asleep easily because they leave their worries unfinished. Others stay awake because they care deeply about what tomorrow holds. If your mind won't rest tonight, it may not be because you lack faith, but because you carry responsibility seriously. And God does not punish those who care. Jesus once spoke words that were not rushed, not demanding, not heavy. "Come unto me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." The Matthew 11:28, KJV. Notice what he did not say. He did not say, "Come when you fixed yourself." He did not say, "Come after you calm your thoughts." He did not say, "Come when you are finally at peace." He said, "Come as you are, heavy, tired, still thinking." Rest is not a reward for those who perform well. It is a gift for those who are willing to stop striving. Tonight, you don't need to prove that you trust God. You don't need to rehearse your faith. You don't need to silence your thoughts to be accepted. You are already known. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus. Romans 8:1, KJV. No condemnation for a restless mind, no judgment for a tired heart, no disappointment because you're still awake. God does not measure your faith by how quickly you fall asleep. He measures it by your willingness to remain present, even when rest doesn't come easily. So if you are still here, still listening, still breathing through this moment, that matters. You are not behind schedule in life. You are not lagging spiritually. You are not disappointing heaven. You are human, and God remembers that. Instead of asking yourself, "What is wrong with me?" try asking something gentler. What have I been carrying too long? You don't need to answer that question tonight. You only need to let it exist without judgment. Let this night be free from self-correction, free from self-analysis, free from the pressure to improve. The peace of God which passeth all understanding shall keep your hearts and minds. Philippians 4:7, KJV. Notice that peace keeps you. You don't keep peace. Peace is not something you achieve. It is something that holds you when you stop holding everything else. If rest comes, welcome it. If it doesn't, stay gentle with yourself. You are still safe. You are still held. You are still seen. Stay here a little longer. You don't need to rush this night away. God is not finished meeting you yet. The God is not waiting for silence to be with you. And there is a quiet misunderstanding many people carry into the night, the belief that God draws closer only when the mind finally goes silent. That peace must come first, and then His presence follows. But that is not how God meets His people. If silence were a requirement, most hearts would be disqualified by nightfall. God is not waiting for the noise to stop before He comes near. He does not stand at a distance, arms crossed, waiting for you to settle yourself down. He enters the room while the thoughts are still moving. Right now, even as your mind shifts from one thought to another, God is not distracted. He is not overwhelmed by your inner noise. He is not confused by your unfinished questions. He is steady. We often imagine that rest begins when everything inside us is calm. But real rest begins when we stop demanding calm from ourselves. You don't have to create a peaceful atmosphere for God to feel welcome. Your presence is enough. Your honesty is enough. Your breathing is enough. Think about how close someone must be to hear your breath in the dark. That is how close God is right now. Not leaning away from your restlessness, but leaning into it. There are thoughts tonight that refuse to leave because they are afraid. Afraid of being forgotten. Afraid of being unresolved. Afraid of what tomorrow might bring. You don't need to answer those fears. You don't need to reassure them. You don't need to silence them. Let them exist without giving them control. Imagine your thoughts as guests passing through a quiet house. Some stay longer than others. Some knock louder, but none of them are the owner. You don't belong to your thoughts. They pass through you. They do not define you. God is not asking you to monitor your thinking tonight. He is asking you to release your grip. Release the need to manage every outcome. Release the urge to replay the day. Release the responsibility of staying alert. You don't need to stay watchful tonight. God already is. If your thoughts slow down, let them slow down naturally. If they don't, let that be okay too. This is not a test of discipline. This is not a moment of spiritual performance. This is a moment of presence. Notice how your body feels right now. The weight of the day resting in your shoulders. The quiet ache behind your eyes. The gentle rise and fall of your breath. You don't have to change any of it. Let your breath be imperfect. Let your focus drift. Let your awareness soften. God does not need your attention to remain with you. He does not leave when your focus wanders. He stays. If your mind returns to the same thought again and again, that does not mean you are failing at rest. It means your system is slowly unwinding after holding tension for too long. Unwinding is rarely quiet at first. Give yourself permission to rest without achieving anything. You don't need a breakthrough tonight. You don't need a revelation. You don't need clarity before sleep arrives. You only need permission to stop holding the night together. God is not standing outside your restlessness waiting for you to invite him in. He is already seated with you in the middle of it. Stay here a little longer. You are not disturbing his peace. You are resting inside it. Stop fighting the thoughts, let them pass. There is a quiet battle that happens in the mind at night. Not a loud one, not dramatic, but exhausting all the same. It begins the moment you notice a thought and decide it shouldn't be there. You tell yourself, I need to stop thinking. I need to calm down. I need to rest now. And without meaning to, you step into a struggle. The thought resists. You push harder. Your body tightens. Your breathing becomes shallow. What was once just a passing idea turns into something heavy, simply because you tried to make it disappear. Tonight, you don't need to win that fight. In fact, rest begins the moment you stop fighting at all. Thoughts are not enemies. They are signals, echoes of a system that has been alert for too long. When you fight them, your body stays in motion. When you release them, your body finally understands that it is safe to slow down. So instead of pushing your thoughts away, try something gentler. Let them pass. Imagine yourself sitting beside a quiet road at night. Cars pass by occasionally. Some move fast, some slow down. Some have headlights that feel too bright. But you don't chase them, you don't block them, you don't follow them. You simply remain seated, watching them pass. Your thoughts can be like that tonight. You don't need to attach yourself to any of them. You don't need to finish them. You don't need to understand where they came from. Let them arrive. Let them move through. Let them leave when they're ready. There is no urgency here. If the same thought comes back again, that's okay. It doesn't mean you're doing this wrong. It means your nervous system is slowly releasing tension layer by layer. Release is rarely instant. It happens in waves. Each time you allow a thought to pass without resistance, your body learns something new. It learns that you are not in danger. It learns that nothing needs to be solved right now. It learns that rest is allowed. Notice your breathing. You don't need to control it. Just notice it. The breath knows how to slow itself when it feels safe enough. As your breathing softens, your thoughts may begin to lose their sharp edges. They become less urgent, less demanding. Not because you forced them to change, but because you stopped feeding them with resistance. There is a deep wisdom in letting go, not giving up, not avoiding, but trusting that you don't have to supervise everything. You have carried enough today. You don't need to carry your thoughts too. Let your jaw unclench. Let your shoulders drop just a little. Let the space behind your eyes soften. If your mind drifts away from this voice, that's perfectly fine. Drifting is not distraction tonight. Drifting is the beginning of rest. You are allowed to float between thoughts. You are allowed to lose focus. You are allowed to feel heavy. This night is not asking you to be alert. It is inviting you to be held. If there is a thought that feels especially persistent, imagine placing it gently on the ground beside you, not throwing it away, not locking it up, just setting it down. You can pick it up tomorrow if you need to. Tonight, it doesn't belong in your hands. You don't need to carry explanations into sleep. You don't need to bring conclusions with you. You don't need to arrive at peace to be worthy of it. Peace arrives when you stop chasing it. As the minutes pass, you may feel moments of quiet between thoughts. Don't rush to fill those spaces. Those pauses are not emptiness. They are rest beginning to form. Let the pauses grow naturally. Let them stretch. Let them come and go. Nothing needs to be forced. If sleep comes, welcome it gently. If it doesn't, stay soft anyway. You are not behind schedule tonight. You are exactly where you need to be. Safe enough to stop fighting, safe enough to let go, safe enough to rest without effort. Stay here. There is nothing left to manage. A gentle prayer for the unfinished parts of today. Tonight we come without rushing, without explaining, without trying to sound strong. God, we arrive exactly as we are. Some of us come with a day that feels incomplete, conversations that didn't go the way we hoped, moments we replay in our minds, wondering if we should have spoken differently, acted sooner, or waited longer. Some of us carry quiet regrets, not loud enough to share with others, but heavy enough to follow us into the night. So tonight, we don't ask you to fix everything. We don't ask for answers. We don't ask for clarity. We simply bring you what remains unfinished. God, here is the part of today we didn't know how to end. Here's the tension we held in our bodies, the words we swallowed, the feelings we postponed. We place them here gently without judgment. There is no rush in this moment, no deadline, no expectation to move on. God, you see what we carried quietly. You know the effort it took to keep going when we felt tired. You noticed the strength no one applauded. So tonight we stop carrying it alone. We release the need to review every detail of the day. We release the pressure to make sense of everything before rest arrives. We give you the unfinished sentences, the unresolved emotions, the questions we didn't have energy to answer. God, hold what we cannot. Hold the weight in our chest. Hold the tightness in our shoulders. Hold the thoughts that keep circling back, asking for attention we no longer have to give. Tonight we choose not to fix, we choose not to improve, we choose not to prepare for tomorrow. We choose to rest. If there is something we did wrong today, we trust you with it. If there is something we regret, we place it in your care. If there is something we fear tomorrow will bring, we leave it at your feet. Not because it no longer matters, but because we don't need to carry it through the night. God, slow our breathing, not by force, but by reassurance. Let our bodies remember what safety feels like. Let our minds loosen their grip, one thought at a time. If sleep comes easily, we receive it as a gift. If it comes slowly, we stay gentle with ourselves. There is nothing we need to prove tonight. God, thank you for staying with us even when our thoughts wander. Thank you for not leaving when our focus drifts. Thank you for remaining steady when we feel unsteady. We rest not because everything is finished, but because you are faithful. As this night continues, we place ourselves into your care. Our breathing, our bodies, our thoughts, our tomorrows. We let this night be held by you. And if we fall asleep here, let that be enough. If we stay awake a little longer, let that be okay too. We are not alone in this moment. We are not responsible for carrying the night. We rest now, gently, without effort. Amen. God stays awake, even when you finally rest. There comes a moment in the night when your body begins to soften, even if your mind hasn't fully caught up yet. A subtle shift, almost unnoticeable. Your breathing deepens just a little. The tension you didn't realize you were holding starts to loosen. This is the moment many people resist, not because they don't want rest, but because letting go can feel unfamiliar. We are used to staying alert, used to staying responsible, used to believing that if we stop paying attention, something might fall apart. But tonight, you don't need to stay awake to keep everything together. God does not sleep. And because he does not sleep, you can. You are not abandoning your responsibilities by resting. You are entrusting them. There is a difference. Rest is not neglect. Rest is trust made visible. You have done what you could do today, even if it didn't feel like enough, even if some things remain unresolved. God does not require you to finish everything before you rest. He asks you to release it. As you lie here, or sit quietly, or simply listen with your eyes closed, imagine placing the night itself into God's care, not just your worries, not just your thoughts, but the hours ahead, the silence, the darkness, the unknown moments between now and morning. You don't need to monitor them. God stays awake through every hour you don't. While you rest, he remains attentive. While your thoughts slow down, he remains clear. While your body sleeps, he remains present. Nothing is lost when you rest. Nothing slips through his hands because you closed your eyes. There is a deep relief in knowing that the world does not depend on your alertness. Your family is not held together by your constant concern. Your future is not protected by your overthinking. Your life is not sustained by your effort alone. God holds what you release. Tonight, you are allowed to stop scanning for problems, to stop rehearsing conversations, to stop preparing for outcomes. Tomorrow does not need your attention yet. It will arrive on its own. For now, this moment is enough. If your body feels heavy, let it be heavy. If your thoughts feel distant, let them drift. You don't need to stay present with this voice. You don't need to follow every word. If you fade in and out of awareness, that's not failure. That is rest, beginning to take hold. God does not leave when you lose focus. He does not step away when you fall asleep. He stays. Even now, as your breathing finds its own rhythm, as your muscles release their grip, you are being kept. There is nothing left to manage, nothing left to supervise. The night is safe to enter. And if you wake later, God will still be there. If you sleep through the rest of this audio, God will still be there. If your mind returns briefly to a thought, God will still be there. His presence is not fragile. It does not depend on your awareness. You can rest deeply without fear of missing anything important. Nothing essential will happen without his notice. So let your body do what it knows how to do. Let sleep come naturally. Let it come slowly. Let it come in waves. You are not rushing toward rest. You are sinking into it. God stays awake, so you don't have to. And because he stays, You are free to finally let go. Stay here as long as you need. The night is held, and so are you. Stay here as long as you need. There is nothing you need to do now, no next step, no closing thought you need to remember, no final emotion you need to feel. This moment does not require your participation. If you are still listening, that is okay. If you are drifting in and out, that is okay. If you have already fallen asleep and this voice is simply passing through the room, that is okay too. You don't need to hold on to this night. You don't need to mark it as meaningful or decide what it meant. Sometimes rest is deepest when we don't try to understand it. Let this be one of those moments. The kind you don't analyze later. The kind you don't summarize. The kind you simply pass through gently. You are not missing anything important right now. Nothing essential depends on your attention. If your body has grown heavy, let it sink. If your thoughts have faded into the background, let them stay there. You don't need to return to them. They will be there tomorrow if they need to be. For now, this space is enough. There is a quiet safety in not having to move forward. No one is waiting for you to arrive somewhere else. You are allowed to remain exactly where you are, breathing, resting, letting go. If you notice moments of silence between words, don't rush to fill them. Those pauses are intentional. They are not empty. They are holding you. You don't need to follow the sound of this voice anymore. If it becomes distant, let it. If it blends into the background, let it. If it disappears completely as sleep takes over, let that be a kindness to yourself. There is nothing left unfinished in this moment. Even the things you didn't resolve today do not need your attention right now. They are safe where they are. Tomorrow will come when it comes. You don't need to meet it early. Stay here. Not because you have to. Not because this moment needs you. But because there is nowhere else you need to be. If you wake later in the night, you are still held. If your mind stirs briefly, you are still safe. If you sleep through the rest of this time, nothing is lost. This night does not require effort. It only invites surrender. You don't need to say goodnight. You don't need to say goodbye. This is not an ending. It is simply a gentle pause. And pauses do not need conclusions. So stay here as long as you need. Let the night pass without supervision. Let your body rest without explanation. Let your mind loosen its grip. Everything that needs holding is already being held. Stay here tonight.